Hey Cuties here.
CKDub is in the building.
And we're Drink Till We're Married podcast. All right, and we're back with another episode of Drink Till We're Married podcast. Hey Cutie is here.
CKDub is here. These
Oh,
pants make me
yes.
look wide. Why did I wear these pants? Look how they make me look wide. Like I look like, y'all, I'm not really this big, okay, but honestly. Pants.
And we have a special guest in the house with us today.
What's going on? What's going on?
Mr. Tim Nurse.
How y'all doing?
We did.
All right.
New blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
We in.
And I'm excited to have you here. Let me tell you how this came about.
Okay.
So I saw a post on Instagram back in March, and I'll read it once we get into the topic. But when we were trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about next, I put a post on our Instagram story and was like, we got a topic. However, I need a guy. And here's what we need.
Right, because we can't just let you random bros come in here. They be online. Bro, now we know.
Right.
We know.
Be in these streets. So I was like, he has to be faithful and married and outspoken or single.
Yep.
And outspoken.
Right. Even outspoken, but you had to either be married and faithful or not faithful. No, I didn't mean
not
faithful, like no
period.
Or single, because the topic is, do friends let friends cheat? And I wanted to make sure that, you know, and I don't know you that well. However, you were recommended for this podcast.
By several.
Yes.
Several people said.
So I was like, absolutely. So you come recommended to the podcast and we welcome you here.
That's good to know.
Tell people a little bit about yourself before we jump into the drink in the episode.
All right. So Timothy Nurse, born and raised Brooklyn, New York. My wife, Diamond Nurse. Hey, babes. She's from Chicago. We've been married. It'll be 5 years in September. Out here in Charlotte, I'm working in the banking industry. She's has her own social media business, and we do events from time to time called Nurse Monthly Mingle. Bounce off our last name, the frequency of the events. We do one a month, and our goal is to kind of get people to kind of mix and mingle and also give back to the community when we can. So we do like fundraisers and stuff like that. So it'd be a adult game night. It could be a turn up. We could have a Sunday day party or something like that. But our group is really just professionals trying to get out and meet other professionals, hit a market of people that are in touch here in Charlotte, I feel. So, it's professionals that don't really get out compared to the turn up. And we recently celebrated our 5-year anniversary.
Congratulations!
So, thank you.
That's so dope.
Yeah, so last month we rented out the Spectrum Center.
I saw that. Now, was that an invite-only event?
No. I posted
I didn't
it out
see
there.
much about it.
Eventbrite and everything.
You don't follow nobody.
I do, but you know what?
It was out there. It was a pretty decent turnout. It was cool. We gave $500 back to a charity that does stuff in the community as well. So for the events, I always tell everybody, even my partner people, I'm not like in it to make money.
Right.
I'm in it to kind of give back, have fun.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? So if I break even, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, if I make money, it's cool. If I don't, I'm not stressed. You know what I'm saying? So that's my perspective.
Okay. Well, tell them how to find you on social media. We'll do it again at the end, but I know you have an event.
Oh, yeah. So Nurse Monthly Mingle. So Nurse is our last name. Nurse like the profession. N-U-R-S-E, Monthly, and then Mingle. We have an Instagram page and also a Facebook page. So you can follow us on either one, and hopefully you get to come through and connect. So,
all right. I've been to a couple functions. They were pretty fun.
They were pretty fun.
I don't remember a lot of them because I was on another planet.
Yeah.
Barely.
So let's get into this drink. We did say we were bringing some summer cocktails your way.
It's good too.
It's summertime, technically.
It's good.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
We should have had some tequila today, and I wasn't even thinking about it, but we're going to have some when we leave.
Absolutely.
So we'll make some live videos. We'll have some when we get out of here.
Nice.
So we are drinking on Boulevard 38.
An ode to me, because my birthday just passed, and you saw the pictures. We're out of town. Went to Miami. Husband sent us to a little trip. It's very nice. He planned it with her.
So
it's very nice.
We had such a good time.
It's an ode to me.
Yes.
It's sweet. It's sassy. It's muddled.
It's refreshing.
It's confusion. And it's drinkable. Thanks.
So it's the Ciroc Summer Watermelon, where it's muddled with cucumber. We have mint, simple syrup, a little peach schnapps to add a little additional flavor to it.
We need a little extra sass in it.
Yes, so that's all shaken, and then we topped it with Diet Tonic
for her.
And we garnished it with Sweet garnish with cucumber and lime. Cheers.
Cheers. Almost finished my drink already.
That's what happens. Usually, like the first time guests, they always get down first, and then by the time we get really going, they be like,
I need a drink.
like, we're on number 2. We're finished.
I'm trying to pace myself down.
We're not.
Alright, so this is the post. I'm going to read the post that I saw on Instagram. This is a girl who hangs around with hoes is automatically a hoe. But men who hang around with abusing, manipulative, cheating friends are all of a sudden, it's not their business. So that's what the topic, do friends let friends cheat? And I have a couple questions, and just off top, do friends let friends cheat? Like, and I say let because you're a grown man. I can't stop you from doing what you're going to do. But are we stopping, and women, are we stopping our friends? Are we saying things to them? Are we
to try to hold them accountable? Yeah. Accountability.
Yeah.
These niggas ain't accountable sometimes.
So, from my perspective, I feel that usually it depends, honestly, your relationship with the person. So, the word friend is the key point in that sentence. The word friend can mean a lot of things, right? You have people associates, you have people like really close, like a brother, and you have people that kind of like you don't really know them, but you know them, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like if somebody's really close to you and you want the best for them, then you don't let them do it, you know? And let is, again, is quote unquote let. You have a conversation, you just tell them like, all right, bro, you need to, you chill out on this. Or
right.
Yeah.
I have a couple of different scenarios that played out with a couple of my close friends.
So let's hear them.
Let me see. So,
let's hear them.
I won't throw anybody under the bus, but one of my brothers, he's actually pretty good. So basically, he's married, and I always knew that he was cheating. Always, it was from the day I met him, right? I met the side girl, met the wife, met the kids, the different scenarios, but it's from the day I met him, right? So it wasn't like the situation where I'm coming in and I could see two different sides of the coin.
Right.
But knowing him, being to his kids, birthday parties and baby showers and everything like that, seeing the relationship with him and the family, there came a point where he was debating. He came to me, hey brother, I'm looking to kind of switch this up. I don't think this is a good scenario, good look for me.
Oh, dope. Okay.
And we talked about it, but he said, I don't know how I can stop. I can't stop. I enjoy doing this.
Is it the same girl all the time, or is it he can't stop like the?
No, it's the same girl. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same girl. Like,
so he had another relationship. Period.
Yeah. And he didn't know. He felt like he couldn't stop, and he didn't stop, and he actually ended up getting her pregnant.
Oh.
At the same time, his wife was pregnant.
Oh.
So,
I mean, it's not bad.
He's not going to listen to this podcast. I'm not going to say his name, but basically, my wife knows who it is. We talk about the story. It's a pretty good story. But, good as far as juicy.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
So basically, the woman is his wife's cousin.
Wow! Let me keep this book right quick in my book. I got a book coming up very soon. I'm going to put all this shit in there.
It's a really good story. Wow. It's a really good story. It's crazy because the wife kicked him out. And,
of course.
He ended up with work. I always think work is extremely associated to your success with physical relationships because we give off sexual energy. So when you have sex with somebody, you give off sexual energy, you give off sex to a whole bunch of people, you're spreading your energy. It's hard to be focused at work. So his work kind of showed the fruit of that. So he had his own business, started failing, and his wife eventually took him back. The crazy part is that he had daughters with his wife, and then she got pregnant with
a boy.
A girl.
The girl did?
Yeah, so he has another daughter. So he has all girls. And
that's deserve no little boy.
Yeah. Wow. So it was a crazy scenario. So basically, me and him talked a lot before him having the wife, the cousin, the daughter with the cousin. But he couldn't stop. I feel like
the cousin needs her ass beat. Asexually.
And he met the cousin at a family function.
Of course.
That's the bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, soul food.
Yeah.
The movie Soul Food.
Cousin Faith. Cousin Faith.
There you go. By fire. Right by fire. It's crazy.
So what happened in the end? How did the story end up?
Well, so him and the wife got back together. They're fighting for custody for the other daughter.
Of the girl?
Yeah, because the cousin wouldn't let him see her without them being having any type of relationship.
Wow.
So he was trying to bring his wife over. Like, hey, my wife's coming to the house. Right. We're gonna spend time with my daughter. She was like, no, I don't want her to be here. And they almost had a fight and yada yada yada.
Right. Drama.
The drama ensued. They can't be in the same place at the same time.
Right.
So he's gonna try to get full custody of the daughter to take him to court or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wow. So does he still cheat?
Is he still with That means yes.
No.
That means yes.
No, I don't know for a fact. I'll say no. From my last conversation with him, I'll say no because she
ruined his life is.
The white broke through the ringer too. Like kicked him out the house. He's living out truck for a little while. You know, so he's like, so he's back. So he's like, yo, I can't do anything. He called me. He called his wife when I was with him just to make sure she knew I was with him. Like, hey, I'm with Tim. Like, hey, Tim. Hey, you know, so hey, how you doing?
So now
you already like, hey, girl.
Yeah, so he got the clamps on him as he should.
As he should.
And he's been doing good as he should, from what I know.
Okay.
So I don't know anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a very slippery slope. I think, especially when we're. So, is it a reflection of me? So I have an old friend who would cheat, and I'd be like, "Yo, I'm not with that.
Yeah.
Don't bring it around me.
Yeah.
I'm not your alibi. Like, I want no parts of it."
Yeah.
So, but is that a reflection of me just because I knew about it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how much? What are we really supposed to do in these situations?
I mean, I don't think it's like a reflection of you because, like, I mean, if you knew, then maybe only way it would be a problem is if she was like, well, Janetta knew and she was there. She know, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just happen to get brought into, you'd be like, well, first of all, that's not my man.
Right.
So, but a lot of times, like, I don't have any friends that, like, my friends, like, if they do, like, this is 100% honest, I would never know. Like, my friends don't mention.
Yeah.
I find out about it after it's over and done. Okay. So we'll be having a conversation a year later, and I'd be like, yeah, Tyler, and she'd be like, yeah, girl, yeah, I fucked him too. What? When? I'd be like, when? Yeah. And they'd be like, well, around this day. I'd be like, girl, what? And I'm doing the math in my head, like, I was like, damn, you cold ass bitch. Like, I never, because they don't tell me. And I find out about it after, like, that's how all my closest friends are. But, I mean, the close friends I have that are married, if they do, I honestly, I don't know anything about it because they don't tell me anything. Either they know I'm going to tell Ryan because I tell him everything. I'd be like, oh my God, let me tell you. But he's a vault. He ain't telling nobody nothing. So he's like a vault. Like I'm telling you, like I feel like Ryan got the keys to the city. Like I'm telling you, like he got all the information. But I don't know, like my single friends, like I mean, they tell me all their business, and that's different because it don't matter.
So if you're single, not married. But what if you're single in a relationship? Do you still hold the people to the same standard?
Because the goal is to get married, right? You're not with somebody just to be in a relationship, just to be in a relationship. So, yeah, I always, if I have a situation with one of my boys is doing something on the side or thinking about doing something on the side, you know, like, yo, think about what you got. You know, you don't lose what you got, and you know, you can't stop them. You know,
is it just the accessibility of it all? Like,
it's. I think a lot of times it starts when we're young. Honestly, when we're younger, as guys, you want the goal of having like multiple women. You know what I mean?
You want to feel like you're the man
before you even have, when you're still a virgin, right? You're like, man, I want to just have more. You know what
really?
and that's you know, through music and everything like that. It's kind of pushed out there, like you know, get as many as you can while you can, and then we finally start getting women. It could become an addiction.
Wow. And
it could be super addictive. Like
before
I remember when I was 30, so in my 20s. I was crazy. I was doing a lot, like trying to have four women in one night. Wow. Just
because you could. Just because you could.
So it's one of those things where, you know, it starts when you're young and it breaks whenever it breaks. Mine's broke when I was in my late 20s. I started thinking about differently when I have kids and all that stuff. But I know people that when I was running the streets, they still running the streets 10 years later. Still doing it.
And they acting like it's cool. You like, bro, I'm going home. My wife's at the house.
Yeah,
fuck out of here. Like,
it's a whole different thought process. It's sad to some points because they don't see that it's really, you know, you give up your and I talk about sexual energy, but I think that's a real serious thing that people don't think about. You know, you do your soul ties. You know, when you're having sex with somebody, when you have sex with multiple people, your soul is literally just going to just different people. When I was younger, I didn't think about that.
Right. You don't.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just in there just trying to, you know, do what I can while I can. You know what I'm saying? And I have some really close friends that are still out there doing their thing, and they just do it, and they don't know how to stop doing it. You know.
So I have a problem understanding addiction because I've never been addicted to anything.
We all addicted to something. Everybody's addicted to something. Everybody. It could be sugar. It could be anything.
Okay, food. So I'm
Food.
just food in general. I got issues. So, okay. I'm glad you said that because now I can understand. Like, for me, it's always like you said, he can't stop. I was like, how are you dealing with all these women at once? Like, in my head, it's like drama or like, why?
I guess maybe you have like different reasons for each person that you deal with. Maybe like one could be just for.
I want to say for when I was out there, it was one of the situations where you have somebody that you have good sexual chemistry with, but you don't want to be in a relationship with them. And then you have somebody you want to be in a relationship with, but you might not have good sexual chemistry with.
Oh gosh,
so
how do you?
So you have let's say those two scenarios, you probably keep both of them on because one fulfills what the other one doesn't.
Okay.
And if you're single or if you're in a relationship with one of those people or whatever, you know it's not long term. So you might meet somebody else another weekend and. You might just have a one time or one off with that person and that kind of thing, and it just rotates from there. But I always say when guys are out there, they usually have one stable person they always have sex with all the time. They've had sex for years. Just that person's always there.
Right.
No matter what, relationship, you're not in a relationship, that person's
He's
always there.
begging for a relationship, and he's like, I'm not ready.
And it's just set like that. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate to leave New York. If I was still in New York, I know I have skeletons. You know what I'm saying? And I left New York when I was 30. And I ain't gotta look back.
I don't have to look back to that much. We're done with that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So coming here was a very different scenario where I'm fresh, new scenario. People meeting me with my wife, so that's people meeting me by myself.
Right.
You know, I was only single here for maybe like 8 months or something like that. Okay. So I wasn't single here for like a long period of time. So I don't have like a.
So it's different.
It is different.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. Yeah.
You bring up a good point because I think it's. When you kind of cultivate that energy in your group, your friend group, I also feel like if you are almost like the alpha in your friend group, people aren't gonna check you. Do you know what I mean? Like they may not.
They're not gonna say anything,
right?
Or if you can like beat people up and like you're like rough with it, they're gonna be like, "Fuck that, I ain't gonna say shit to you. You gonna punch me in the mouth because I told him to not be acting funny."
So the scenario I told you about the guy with the cousin, he's about 6'5". Football player status. So he's a serious, like he was a bouncer for years. Yeah. Played sports and that type of stuff. So the average person not gonna say anything. So
of course not.
The reason me and him got cool is because I started talking trash to him in sports and stuff like that. So we got real cool or whatever. But it's a scenario where he came to me for advice. Like, I don't know how to stop. I can't stop. This is good. It feels good. I can't stop. I'm like, bro, you are in the danger zone. And he told me they both got pregnant. I was
like, that's some shit. Like he could have died. Not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
That nigga could be dead. Because either one of them could have very easily snapped. And it would probably been their wife that would have offed his ass because you're not gonna have me knocked up.
And they got three. They got 3 kids together.
So this is their last one was their third.
The last one was the third.
Ooh, child.
That's deep.
But that happens a lot more than we even really realize. That people just don't. A lot of people don't talk about their tea. But that shit happens a lot. A lot. And it's like. Why is that so commonplace and why is that so okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not okay. It's a mental thing. It's like when you have passion, like real passion, like it's hard to fight it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not talking about the person you with. If you have passion with somebody else, right? Like, it's hard to fight that. Like, not be around that, especially the person that is okay with your situation. Right. I'm okay that you're married. Let's do what we're doing. That kind of thing. Right. And it's like, man, how do I stop that? Right. She making it too easy. Yeah, making it too easy. Like, come on whenever you can. That kind of thing. For
now, because that is.
I think I read too many books. Like, I read books a lot, and I just know that shit always does the same shit. Yeah, I'm cool. Year later, I'm cool. 2 years. Yeah, I'm okay. And then year 3, no. Right. We gonna leave it. He's like, I'm not leaving her. I told you I was leaving. It's like, well, why not? I'm pregnant. Fuck you, your baby. And then it's like a whole black novel.
And I mean, shame.
But I get it.
Shame on him on multiple levels, right? Having sex with no condom, right? Well, shame on him. You know what I'm saying? So
you could have kept it clean, and it would have been no problem.
More than a baby, bro.
I was looking at a movie like that the other day. I watch trap movies on Amazon. So it's like a group. Listen, does she have Amazon Prime? Listen,
she loves all of them.
She needs to watch Single Men, Married Men, Single Women. It's 3 guys that got married on the same day. To their friends, 3 friends got married on the same day. They had 3 wives, whatever. After 5 years, one's wife was so bougie and stuck up and self-centered that she didn't give him any attention. She didn't have any sex with him. She didn't interact with him. She didn't go on dates with him. Whatever. He got mad one day. Almost got hit by a car. The lady who hit him on the gym. She was a big lady, cute in the face, but she was big and she looked different from his wife. She started going to the gym, they got into a relationship, blah, blah, whatever. He ended up leaving his wife for the big lady. The other dude had a preaching, like a church lady. She was nice looking, but she was just churchy. He wanted something different. He drove a bus. He met a little young girl on the bus. Started busting the little young girl down. The young girl had HIV. She died. He got the shit. He killed himself. He dead. No, he died. We don't know if the white guy or not. But he dead. The other one had a wife. She was a police officer, so she was always working. She goes to, he finds this little chick, which is his co-worker's wife. He starts fucking with her. His co-worker is trying to have a baby. He can't get her knocked up because he's on pills to try to get pregnant. One day she busts out of nowhere, pregnant. And she's pregnant by the dude. So he finds out, the husband finds out, the guy's wife finds out. She kicks him out the house, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. She takes him to court. Gets like $4,000 a month in child support, in spousal support or whatever. She's a singer. She blows up, gets super famous. The girl's husband ends up dying at work because he's like in an explosion. He dies. She tries to get his insurance money, and she's being a scamming ass bitch and gets the insurance money and goes out and buys all this shit. Everything is repo because the insurance company did not give her a check. And then the wife left. He left the baby mama. She lost the baby. Girl.
The drama.
That shit, those are the kind of books I love. But that kind of shit taints the way I think about real life because I feel like that information came from somewhere. You didn't just pull that out of your ass. Like, you know somebody living like that. And it's like, sometimes you're like, is that me? Is it me? Like, you know?
To this question, why do people either marry or get in these relationships with people and they know they aren't fulfilling everything they need or want in that relationship?
I think that the bigger picture is so the person you with, no matter what, is not gonna feel everything. You gotta know. You gotta look at whatever you can't deal with.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what those factors are. And I even look at my situation with my wife. We talk about some of the things that I really like, really want, really need. And when she brings to the table, she got everything I need. But there's things that she doesn't bring to the table that we both know that's things I like. But it's okay. Because I'm my life, like, you have
that 80-20.
Yeah, they have pretty much everything I need, whatever, like those factors or whatever. And I think that's one thing that most people have to deal with. Like, I think that when you're alone with somebody, you're having that one-on-one conversation, that weighs so much more on everything else.
Right.
So much more. Right? If we're in a room with no TVs and just two chairs, we'd have a good time. That is priceless.
Yes.
Priceless. Sex is always going to be, something that people look forward to. Oh, sex is good, but is anything else good? Is the conversation good? Can you talk about it? Can you challenge my mind? Can we have good conversations? Can we spend 3 hours in a car without getting on each other's nerves?
If we lose it all, can we get it back? Like things that, we popping right now and everything is awesome, but if you can't build with this person, at the end of the day,
that weighs a lot more. And a lot of people don't see that. And then from a guy's perspective, a lot of guys don't see it like that. They're like, oh man, her body is, or they look at, it's more physical.
It's the things that can. What happens if she gets in a car accident? Like things that can change. Like you can't build your relationship on things that can change.
And it can go both ways, bro. You go body from working out and
or just go to the doctor.
Or the doctor,
Come back and look alike.
You could buy it.
You be like, oh hey,
go ahead, buy a body.
I'm not against that. Like, that's gonna be funny. Like, if I ever get to the point where it's just like I don't want to work out because I am mad lazy when it comes to that. Like, if I don't ever want to work out and I'm at a point where beyond no return, I don't feel like I will be because genetically I'm not predispositioned to that. But if I did, I've already had this conversation with him. Hey, sir, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna need you to help me fund this.
This is how much it costs.
This is where I'm going. I need you to help me, and I'm gonna get this because I can't. I want to look like this. And you're gonna help me look like this.
I'm too damn lazy to get.
And I don't want to go to the gym. He's like, you need to go to the gym. No, you go to the gym. We've already done this. We've already had this conversation. I've been to the gym with you multiple times. It's not working out. I go for like 2-3 weeks and I'd be like, I'm just gonna stay home today, and it just don't go back. But I feel bad because that's the time we used to bond. Whatever, he's like kicking my ass in the gym. It's still a bonding time. And I missed that, so I probably need to start from it. And he told me yesterday, he was like, so we did a track meet all day yesterday with the kids. I was coming home, I came to get some groceries out of the car. He was like, I have some shorts. First of all, I was to cut his ass out. I had some shorts. He was like,
No.
He told me about time you need to start doing some squats. I said, how dare you? So like, I go to the bathroom. I was like,
you looking.
I was like, first of all, fuck you. That shit is good. But we had already had that conversation, so that's why he said it, because I had mentioned something about it before I went to Miami. I was like, yeah, I'm getting a little not where I want to be. Yeah. Let's work on it. But I said, how dare you say that to me?
I'm dying.
So I was like, I'm still going to wear these shorts up. Because you know he'll say some shit like that and be like, about time you do squats, ain't it? No hat. Get out of here.
So are there any exceptions to the rule of, and when I say exceptions, where you know either your friend is the one being cheated on, like is there any way that you can overlook your friend's cheating?
If it's somebody who's really close to me, I can't. And I wouldn't even be judgmental about it. So just ask questions about, you know, what you're thinking, you know, how's everything with you and, you know, the main person you with. You know, what's everything with that? Because that could be broken down and I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most times
because
you never know.
outside looking in, you know, they could be on the outs, you know, separated and not even be sleeping in the same bed and just let it go. I've had, I'm thinking through, I have a couple scenarios where I just had to have a couple just conversations and just figure out, like, you know, what's really going on at home. One of my buddies, him and his wife was trying to get pregnant and it wasn't working out, and she was very strict on him about, you know, when and what time, and what they're doing.
Yeah, she's on that calendar shit.
Right.
I get it.
And he was stressed out about it, and he had an opportunity that was always sitting in front of him, and he told me that the way he explains it, the flesh got the best of me. That's what he told me. And it was probably literally word for word what he said. And when I told him, I said, man, it's okay, man, but let's talk it through. Like, what's your goals? Do you feel like, you know, you and your wife is doing what they're supposed to be doing?
Right.
You know, and I never judge at all because we could all fall
to, you
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
Always, and then, so basically, fast forward, him and his wife was in a good space. They didn't have a child, a beautiful daughter.
Yay, they got a baby.
And everything's good with them now, but he had to be brought to the ring.
Does she know?
Right.
Hey, she knew.
See, that's the thing, like, that'd be the key. Like, if she don't find out, like, they just move forward. But if she finds out, like,
oh yeah, she found out. I mean,
we always find out.
Yeah, and he's an open, emotional kind of guy, and
that's appreciated.
And he was honest with his wife about the scenario that played itself out, and he was very regretful for it. But he was clear about the distinctions of why he did it.
Okay.
It wasn't just I did it just to do it. I did it because we're having issues in these areas, you know, issues with her parents, issues
and that's
with
appreciated.
Stuff like that.
And
this other girl was very open about them, and it happened just like you said. Like she wanted to be serious with him, and he couldn't. Like, he wasn't on board with that. And he stuck his wife and kid as he should, and they're in a better place now. They actually have a really cool story about how they got to where they're at, and I always tell them like this should be a book, like how they are now, because they're in a way better place than
they were before.
But at one point they were almost on the house. He was at the house. He was, you know, guys on place, and I spent more time with the other girl, and he's going that route, and then he came all the way back, and they lived in a new house together. And they're working on. I think they're pregnant again, so they're working on child number 2.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So years later, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool, but do hold people accountable. You know?
Yeah, I think you should always hold people accountable. I mean, I've had a friend, like I said, I mean, it's not just men that are out here cheating. Women cheat too.
Yep.
And it's like, nah, I can't rock with you in that. Like, it's serious because a lot of times, I think for women, it's more emotional. Yeah. Where it's either you're lacking that attention you need. I'm like, have you had the conversation? Like, have you expressed what you're not getting what you needed? And it's just like, okay, so what are you going to do? Because my whole thing is cheating shouldn't be the option. Either you're going to work this out or you need to leave. Right? I mean, again, I'm single, so don't take your marriage advice from the single girl. But again, like, what's the real root of the problem? And are you willing to work it out? Because cheating is just easy. Like, it's an easy option to get what you're missing at home, but it's not going to solve what's going on at home.
I agree. Cheating is easy sometimes.
Well, the sense of it is,
the
you know,
sense of it,
just getting something from someone else, then fixing
Mm-hmm.
what you already have is probably easy.
Yeah, and I think that it depends the type of cheating, because you have cheating that happens on vacation. You have cheating that happens for years and years that's deeply rooted, right? Then you have, you know what I'm saying, is you have a coworker that's in the office you see every day that significant, you know, there's a lot of different like tiers to it.
Yeah.
But I think that the overall thing is that I think that most people don't realize what they currently have. The best metaphor I can say is if you ever watch HGTV, when people are looking for a new house and trying to buy new things, they don't really realize that they have everything they're looking for in the current house that
They
they
can
have.
just fix it up.
They just fix it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in that same kind of metaphor, in a relationship standpoint, I think a lot of times people don't realize that they have what they need in the person they're with, but they don't really explore it. They don't explore it sexually.
You haven't tapped into it,
Yeah,
right?
you never know. You might get a threesome down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey.
you never know. You never know. You can have that conversation. You know,
You can bring it up. If you don't bring it up, you ain't gonna know because ain't nobody gonna volunteer that shit.
Right.
No.
That's so true.
So I think a lot of times people don't explore as much as they should with the person they're with, and then they end up falling short, and they end up doing what they got to do to kind of fulfill that hole, that gap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, moral of the story is don't be out here cheating. First of all, men always get caught.
That's true.
Y'all not that smart when it comes to cheating.
No, I leave paper trails, and girls like to look through shit. You'll get caught up. It'll be some dumb shit like a receipt. Where is it? What is this? You look at literally. I had a friend. She was like, I looked at his receipt from a restaurant. She was like, I know what he eats. I know what he drinks. There was 2 drinks on there that I know for a fact he does not drink, and she's like, who the fuck drinks this? And that's how he got caught, off of a receipt. Nothing else. It was a receipt from a restaurant, and he was like, she was like, because you drink this, you eat this. Who ate this and drank this? What's this? Clock.
Wow.
Just that easily. Off something dumb.
Yeah.
You get caught, right? Even if you're trying to be slick and you get caught. It's like, you know.
You
really
moved the table, man.
That's so good.
Sorry.
But I think no matter what you do, eventually get caught. I think the more so definitely don't cheat or don't judge anybody who's cheating. Just be honest with the person.
Yeah.
And tell them how you feel. If you feel some sort of weight about it, I think a lot of guys, I mean, you have the bro code. Like, you know, you're not gonna say nothing. You're not gonna break up a happy home or nothing like that. But you can't hold the person accountable. Just saying, yo, you know, like, what are you really thinking? What's really going on? It's somebody close to you.
Yeah.
If you're not close to you, then you shouldn't even jump in there.
So what happens if you're close to both the husband and the wife? And what happens if, let's say you're close to the husband, you're close to both of them.
Yeah.
And the wife is cheating, so we're gonna switch it up.
Yeah.
And the husband, and you know about it, and the husband asks you, like, what do you do if the person asks you if you think they'll think of your story and they're like, yeah, you think she cheating? And you know.
And usually scenarios like that, like, man, you know what's going on. Like, you know, like, I mean, we don't know. I say like that.
Intuition.
We don't know what's going on, but you know what's going on.
You always know.
I think you should have a conversation.
If you question it, you have that whole story. Yeah. You already know what time it is.
A plus B doesn't equal C. Something ain't right. Like, we know what's going on. Yeah. Let's move forward. Either you're gonna move forward or you're not gonna move forward. You know, forgive and keep it moving or not.
Right.
I know scenarios where, you know, both people I know both of them, and they both cheated on each other.
Right.
And they still together, whatever. Yeah, but I think that they weren't married. But I think that it is a situation where you have to be honest. Okay, is this something that I want to stay? Do I want to stay with this person? Or do I want to stay with this person?
Is it worth it or is it not worth
it? If you don't stay with the person, then just leave. I agree with you this time before. Just leave. In my 20s, I had like a main chick and side chicks. Diamond knows the story. We talk about it, and it's kind of like the life I lived, and it was kind of what I did in my 20s. Like, okay, you know, that's what all my friends did. We all kind of did that. Yeah. One thing I would say about earlier though, your friends, you are the median of your friends, financially, spiritually, emotionally. You're the median. So you might have friends that make X amount of dollars on the high end and X amount of dollars on the low end. You're right in the middle of your friends. You have friends that are emotionally, you know, on this side of the spectrum where they might be high energy, high sprung. You have friends that are low end, but, you know, low energy, you know, whatever, like kind of mundane. You're the median of your friends. So when you have a close sense of friends that are all cheaters, then you have to kind of question yourself.
Question your circle?
But yeah, question your circle. But if you have a circle of friends that maybe might have some people are cheating, some people are faithful, maybe you're right in the middle, you know what I'm saying? But you are the median of your circle of people that are, and you got people that are from back home, you have people through, through church,
Right,
through school, right? You have different circles of friends, but you are the median of your circle. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got to think about that, right? So that's kind of, I want to say that earlier. Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
So I think about it. So like, say you have like a married friend who has like a lot of guys in like a relationship or long-term relationship guy friends or whatever, and these guy friends are for sure not hitting on shit. Period. You know this. Your wife knows it. Like they're not outwardly, but you can see.
They just
they don't care. They do what they do. You can see that, and you know it. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would it be? I don't understand. Like, if Diamond knew, say you have a bunch of friends, like a bunch of unmarried friends that are just not hitting on shit, period. And she knows that you hang out with them because those are your boys. Like, those are your dudes. And you're not going, like, not.
That's you. I was looking at, like, is it me?
Sorry. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you think one would be able to deal with that? Because you have friends that are out here doing things, and they talk to you about the things, and you just kind of be like, well, that's not really my business. And that's how you focus on it. It's not my business.
I think the friendship would change, honestly. I don't think you stay close to those people. Over time, you won't stay close to those people. It's just it's bad. Like, I have one of my boys that I'm really close with. Really close with. Like, my dog. He still lives the life that we lived when I'm in my 20s. It's hard for me to show.
Because you're just not
in that mind frame anymore. It's hard for me to hang out with them. It's hard for us to do anything together. And like, we know so much about each other. Like, we have stories about each other. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And like, I'm not there no more. I'm not in that same space. So I think over time that changes. You cannot be. Those can't be your road dogs. Those can't be your man.
Because you can't let what somebody else is doing impact your relationship either. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one thing, like, of course, I trust my man. And if he's coming back telling me these stories or whatever, but it's like,
that's okay. He don't be telling you stories, though. Like, you see it. You see the stories. Yeah. Like, you see it.
He'll tell you. He'll
be like, just like you share with your, what's going on with your friends or whatever. Yeah. You're going to talk about what's going on because he's going to want your kind of opinion. Not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah. So it's like he's going to get to a point where it's like it's not worth me hanging with you to have my wife or my girl questioning me because I'm with you. Yeah. So, right?
Yeah, like, so I limit my time with those people. So, I still hang out from time to time.
You still kick it with them, but you don't. It's not all the time situation.
Yeah. Right. So, I got a daughter now. She's 1.5. Shout out to Emerald. So basically, like, I want to hang out with people that have families like mine, right? And that's what I'm shooting towards. And I would love for my close homeboys to be in a situation. It'd be amazing if we both had the same sense. We just don't. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of change my circle. As you get older, you gotta change your circle.
It evolves.
You gotta adapt and change. You can't keep. I mean, it'd be cool to have the same circle you have from high school, but in reality, it's just not how it works. Right. You so good. It's tough. It is
tough, and I think it's everybody evolves at different rates, and different things happen in your life to make you change. Yeah. So it is hard to just assume we are always going to be on the same page. But like you said, no judgment. But you can't judge me either, because dudes can easily be like, "Oh, you being faithful? That's why." Yeah. Nah, bruh. Like, like it goes the same way. It definitely goes both ways.
And I think that you can see who your true friends are, or who's really in your corner when you have that moment of weakness, right? So, something might happen, like, man, and you start thinking, like, man, this opportunity shows up,
right?
Talk to your brother, yo, da-da-da-da-da, you talk about the situation, and you can just tell by their response how close you are with them. It's like, man, go ahead and go do your thing. Like, nah, man, you got something better at home. Right. That shows where where you at with the person you with, your friend, quote unquote friend, by that conversation alone. Yeah. And then truth be told, if you don't do nothing, and they're like, man, what happened in that situation? Like, no, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just talking to you.
Right.
Just kind of bring it up. It's a feel good conversation. You still feel like
so you can feel like you cool, like you still got it, like you still got it. You can pull it up, but I don't want the host. Right. I can pull it back. I want the host for real.
It's so true, and I just I hope we get some fellas feedback on this, because it just happens so much. Like, so
I was gonna represent. They gotta say something. They gonna bring it up.
I have a female friend of mine that's married,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's been years.
Yeah.
And we were just having a conversation. She was like, "Yeah, her husband's friends, they checked him on it. Like, if you was out here in these streets, and they checked him on it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's dope," because I was telling, of course, about the podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm glad to hear that," because I mean, I wouldn't hear. I'm friends. We all, friends.
Yeah, but
You don't get that side of the conversation with
Yeah.
the guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just glad to hear that brothers are out here.
Yeah. Definitely. And it has to be somebody close. It has
Right.
to,
If it's
I have to keep saying that. It has to be somebody
If
close.
it's an associate, you'll be like, boy, please.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't impact me. Like
Yeah.
you said, like, you're not really in my circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't be out here just checking everybody on their relationship because they don't care about your opinion.
You get beat up. Like, first
Right.
of all, why are you talking to me about my shit?
Right.
I'm your own business, nigga. Like,
Right.
Exactly.
That's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, for my close homies, when I see that they have something at home that they really trying to build on, and they talk about it, and we open about that type of stuff, and then they have an opportunity that shows up, and they like, I got something over here, you just know it's not
the
what it
risk
is.
versus reward, y'all.
Yeah,
It's
real
the
talk,
risk
real
worth
talk.
the reward.
Yeah.
Nice.
Never it is.
No.
It never is.
I had one homie just told me he went to Atlanta for a weekend for like a men's conference, and he went out there.
That's
and
the shit.
the Airbnb. No, it's crazy. The Airbnb he stayed at, it was a girl's house or apartment or whatever, and then him and the girl like instantaneously hit it off. Like she was like passing the keys, start talking,
Why was
she chatted,
why was she there?
And he was like, nobody would know. Like we did something like none of the guys in the conference know. Nobody. And this is later, it's a week later.
Yeah.
So we're talking about it. And he ended up not doing
I'm
nothing.
saying, did you do it?
He didn't do anything. He's married. They got a kid or whatever. And he's like, man, like it was like right in his face, and she was pushing up on him. You know how the app they text back and forth.
Yeah.
So, are you okay this weekend? Is there anything I can do for you this weekend? Da 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 da. And the energy was there.
Right.
And and he was in a space like, if I did it,
You could have got away with it.
Only a guy would know.
But you
And
know
I
how people find out is because you're not gonna just do it once. Unless it's trash. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you really... I'm saying.
Unless it's trash.
You know, because you get sucked into a situation where it seems so easy, but it's not.
And then we talked about it. He said, bro, it was just hard for me. Me and him was having lunch in Midtown. Other times just talking. He was like, man, it was just hard for me not to do anything.
Right.
Because she showed me a picture. I was like,
You was a good one for that.
yeah.
Like, that was definitely a test.
Yeah, that's definitely a test.
Yes.
And,
I'm glad he passed
but
that test. Real talk.
Because she would have found out.
yeah.
She would have found out. No, because I'm not trying to be funny. Like, usually, like, when something like that happens, like, behavior patterns change afterwards.
Yeah.
It can be little stuff like laying in the bed and him putting his foot on you while you sleep. If he don't do that, something's up. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It'd be the littlest shit.
Yeah.
And you be like,
Something right.
fuck wrong with you?
Yeah.
And she keep watching it, and it's stuff, little bitty small things he's having. You think about it, you like, okay, so where was he? What he was doing? Where did he stay? Who was he with?
Right.
And you start. That's when all this shit starts coming out, and then she starts asking all the questions. Then you get mad. Why you asking me all these questions? Something's not right. And that's when you're like, something's not right, dog. And you be like, whatever. And then 6, 7, 8 months later, you be like, I knew it. Something happens. I'm telling you, like y'all think patterns don't lie. Patterns and vibes, they always give you away. When you think you got away with it, patterns and vibes will get you clocked every single time.
But I also feel like if you go looking for things, you're gonna find it because that's the mindset in which you're looking.
Yeah, I'm a look.
I'm not.
Look, I'm a look.
I'm not.
I'm a looker. If I have the intuition, I think something's happening, I'm going to look. I gotta go. I need to know.
I think honestly, things like that bubble up. I think about me and Diamond when we was dating. Well, we was long distance for a while. We was long distance for like a year and a before I even proposed to her. And well, this relationship was hard. I was here in Charlotte, Chicago. You out and about, yada yada. And then the patterns changed, right? I called on some stuff, and there was a guy that she used to date, and she still had emotions for. But she kind of hid it for a while. And then he came with a conversation over the phone. I just tell like the way she talked was a little different about this one guy. I was like, yo, so tell me more about this guy. And then she started getting loud, and we had an argument. And she hung up the phone, and you know, this is you hang up the phone. It's a big thing.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm like,
you can be down the street because I'm kicking in the doors. It's fine.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked talked it through. She told me more deeper about the relationship with him in the past and stuff like that, and I understood because we all had a past. I had a past prior to being her, so I never judged her for anything like that, and that's how we grew. That was a big breaking point for us at that point because she was open on it, and she changed afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Right. And she seen him again later in Chicago, but it wasn't the same kind of vibe or whatever. But the small things it bubbles up without me even trying. Like, I could just tell. Like, it was painfully obvious.
You didn't jump to that rah. You kind of made it a safe environment to have the conversation, and I think that's where a lot of times you go wrong,
creating a safe environment.
But then you never grow from it.
I'm not creating a safe environment. I'm going off.
You going off?
I'm going off. I regret it immediately after I go off. I'll be like, damn, I probably
do better.
But that's just fiery Aries like nature of me. Like, I'm gonna go off and just be like, then like 20 minutes later be like, that was probably not the best way to approach anything.
It's all good though. You gotta do it how you do it. I think a lot of times you gotta recognize whatever the gap is with the.
But you gotta grow. You can't keep doing it the same way. You
have
to grow.
I agree with that. But I think when you find out something's wrong, when you find out something's wrong, I think that it's good to find out what the gap is. Like, what are we missing on? Like, are we not talking enough? If you having issues with something, or something in your past that we never talked about, like an old skeleton that we never talked about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So come sliding through town. You want to meet you for lunch, and you like, oh sure, let me put you on my work schedule. I'll be like, oh. Yeah, it's different when you get home. Like, I mean, it's
totally different.
It really, Gosh, I think this is great.
It's good conversation.
Yeah, and I'm not really like drunk.
What?
If I had another drink, but I'm probably gonna have one when we get off. Like,
we are.
Because that's what we about to do.
But let me tell you about this Ciroc watermelon.
Tastes like cucumbers.
It's not that strong either.
Yes,
and I don't know if I didn't make it strong, but I literally filled up. I did.
Yeah, I think most of it.
I did. Most of it was the alcohol.
Yeah.
Because I put the tonic in after.
Maybe we just drink, man.
I think the cucumber. Well, what's the cucumber? the watermelon. The watermelon sometimes takes up some. It's watery, so it's not like strong, pure, distilled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so maybe we should not have put the cucumber.
I liked it.
I like cucumber.
It's a summer cocktail.
It's a summer cocktail.
Boulevard 38. It will be on the website.
Boulevard 38. Get
your cute name. I like that name.
So great. But we appreciate you. Oh,
you know how it's gonna go because I haven't eaten it. So
let me tell you something. I have gym at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna be slow walking y'all for the rest of Cinco de Mayo. Y'all not gonna have me dehydrated and dying tomorrow morning.
I don't have anything tomorrow. I'll take the kids to daycare and that's it. I don't have anything tomorrow. So
I'm gym at 6, so that's just me.
Y'all go to the gym so early, like.
I have to. And I like to do it before I eat because once I eat, I have to time it too much. So yeah. Yeah, man. She like no.
The gym would not be. It would be at 6 p.m.
Dime boxing
would be 6 p.m. Not at any point before then, because I'm not going to the gym that time of day with that traffic. And he's not there anyway. I don't want nobody else to train me. So if he's not gonna train me, I don't want nobody to do it. Like,
he is dope trainer.
I don't want nobody else.
Dope training with Ryan.
Child, that damn parking deck, y'all ass down here with sick much. He's thinking like I used to be like, what are you doing? Who are you training at that time of day? What the child? I was like, I'm dropping you off. Like that.
Scary.
Nice to be like,
small things.
Who is that girl?
I'm working, training.
He was like, she's paying us. Yeah, well, I don't know her. And now look at us.
And now
we're taking trips together and stuff. I was so mean to her the first time I met her.
Oh man.
He was like, hey, this is Janetta. I was like, and I was like, nice.
Whatever.
I was pregnant. I was over it. I was at a party. I was like, I'm ready to go. He was like, this is Janetta. I'm ready to go.
Like, whatever. I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't care.
It
was all bad. It was terrible. I'm sorry. Every time I see you, I'd be like, I'm sorry.
It's a growing moment.
I'm not impacted by that. Yeah. You know. This is me. I'm pretty easy going.
That shit was funny. Every time I think about that, I be hollering like, I can't believe I acted like that.
Like, she crazy. Okay, noted. No more.
I need everybody to know. Not the one or the two. Okay.
So
Or the three. Okay. None of the ones.
ones. Where they can find you.
Oh, so yeah, like I talked about earlier, Nurse Monthly Mingle. That's Nurse NURSE Monthly Mingle. We also have Instagram, Facebook, and then you can email us if you have any questions about anything. We do one event a month. This month, in May, we have actually two events. We have a mixer this Wednesday at Fahrenheit. It's going to start at 6 to 8. We're giving back books to kids in Title I schools. So bringing children's books. We're going to give it to
Did you get the books from us?
Oh, I spoke to him about it. He did.
I was like, did you get the books from us?
I can't tell personally. We couldn't do it. But yeah, we're giving books to kids from Title I schools. And then we're doing a day party, May 18th at Sydney. It's a day party. Sunday day party.
Be here.
Sunday day party.
That's next week Sunday.
Excuse me?
Ryan should be there.
I don't know.
Part of the group. So.
Oh, the 18th is Saturday.
Oh, sorry, 19th. My bad.
I was gonna say, no,
19th.
we got something going on that day. That ain't on the calendar. Look, that's not on our calendar.
My bad.
The 19th.
12 to 5.
There we
12 to 5
Okay.
series, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it should be pretty cool. So come out, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I'll be there.
People,
Give me some food.
There you go.
Give me
There
some
you go.
food.
Brush and trap.
Yes.
Brush and trap. Yeah.
So again, we are on YouTube because, you have to see us.
Yeah.
And iTunes, of course, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. And please go to the website, it's drinktoamarried.com.
With one L.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you'll get the drink recipes. You'll have links to both the audio and the video. And we appreciate you for listening and tuning in. Cheers.
Bye.
Later.